Okay, yep, yeah, working. Alright. Yes, we are singing the beautiful rings. Beautiful ring. What, I wonder if I want to get rid of this ring. Useful scavenger hunting, but oh, location of treasure hunts. Okay, that's actually pretty useful. Okay, for now, we're just gonna put this on. Yeah, how about this one? Well, but it's okay. We can just put it on later. All right, chill time. Chill time, everybody, because we're going just chill for the night. Yeah, we're just gonna chill, as usual. And Yakuza. Let me see. Oh, that's why my volume sounds a little loud. It's because my own volume was a little loud. That's why I'm just like, oh right. Alright, hello everybody, good evening. Good evening. We are in a new location from the sub-story. For now, it's gonna be a very chill night because considering how much stuff, there's gonna be a lot of stuff to do in the sub-story. Alright, I forgot. Die! Die! Die, motherfuckers, die! Okay, anyways. Some story just like reveals a lot of, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah, a lot of locations. Excuse me, I keep on cutting off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's just a lot of things to do in Yakuza. It's not surprising. As much as I want to keep playing Tales of Symphonia, I've been... Oh, fire. I gotta catch up on Yakuza. It's not very long. The DLCs are not very long games. I was like, I gotta catch up. I can't just keep playing the same game over and over again for the stream. I mean, some people can. I mean, that's just huge respects to them. My God. If it's their comfort game, whatever. We can't stop them from streaming what they want to. So, there are other people, variety gamers like me. I'm just having a hard time, like, deciding. Whoa. Oh, I knew it. Oh, anyways, hello everybody. Hello, good evening. I'm a little drained because I didn't know I had a good day. But it's okay, streaming is always my therapy time. Oh, that's one. How much money do I have? How much money do I have? Oh no, I can't see. Okay, never mind. I'll make money here because I'm in Treasure Island. Good timing, anyway. Ow. It hurts like a bitch. Hope everyone had a good day. Despite what happened, the VTuber community, like, my god, it's a mess. It's gonna take a long time to recover. After like one thing after another that happened. Even when it happened a while back. A lot of shit happened. It's gonna take a very, very long time to recover. And there are times when you're not able to recover, so that's gonna be hard. There you go. He did. Oh, that means we got the treasure. Yay, we got treasure! Hooray, we got treasure! Oh, 3,000k! Oh, I have plenty of money actually. I don't need money. I don't need flags. Why am I going to an island when I can go all the way up? The next sub-story then. If I have the money. That's a good question. I mean, that's nice. But I need points in order to so I can you know, upgrade my attacks. Minamoto girl, I remember that last time. I remember that last time. I really want to see that, really wanted to see that sub-story. That's gonna be pretty funny. Okay. Check it out. Oh yes, we have the money for it too. Oh, bro. Look at that. We don't have much money now. Oh no, I would have enough to pay off the debt for the old lady. I mean, that's what I want to do at this stream. Not for a little while. I wouldn't have enough money to go pay off some stuff on my cruise. What to do, chat? Decisions. I can also go to the sub-story. There's lots of stuff to do. Decision. Oh, they're all dead. some people are just like, oh no, they're getting kind of moody. Uh-oh. Can't stay here too long. Do 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 do. Die! 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 Oh! Nice. Nice, just one punch. Money. Some money anyway. Money. Extra change. Oh. That. This one. Yeah. Let's do that. Use that. I just kind of liked that. That's why I didn't skip it. It's mine. Just doing more like sub stories for these pirate sub stories. You can get more of those instruments. I got an ocarina. It's Legend of Zelda now. Hooray! Die! There we go. Got treasure. Treasure! Treasure! Ooh. Ooh. 13K. Let's go. I got some money back. Okay. Let's go. We're almost there. Do not worry, child. We're almost there. It's a long trip. Very, very long trip. Oops. Oh, what? Oh no, it's on fire. I don't care. Destroy them! Got their asses. We'll be okay. Totally be okay. We're totally fine. Everything's fine. Hi! Hi! Yeah, don't need that. Yay. Alright, who here is not happy? Who here are not happy?
Thanks.
Okay, I need to get more stuff from Hawaii. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do, 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 do. Oh, yes. Should I challenge them? I saw. That was better opponents than them. Let's go! Let's kill them. Oh, wait. We need to know. Wait for your boss. Samurai, first mate, the second fleet. Oh, bro. Could you do myself? Oh, he's so sad that the departed soul that got the Yakuza next world in Paris. Wow. We didn't kill nobody. Man, we didn't kill nobody. Well. Whatever. You believe what you want. I'm not gonna Ooh, it's hot! Hot, hot, hot! Hot, 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 hot! 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 Oh! 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 Ah, the frozen! Ah! Ah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, horses! Battle! Let's go! Kill them all! Ow. Uh-oh, a Norse guard? Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh crap, we lost somebody. Nope, nope. Let's go! Ow. Oh. It keeps exploding us. Come on, stop farting at us, guys. Come on. Perfect. Uh-oh, here we go again. Next. Get out! Oh, nice. Did it! We did it! We got $400 from it! That sucks! What a ripoff! Risking our lives for $400!
Oh.
Yeah! Let's go! Let's kill his ass! Let's go! That's why we're on the ship version. We must go to the island. To the island! Oh, wait. Ooh. He needs more training. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Let's go! Let's go. I know it matters, but like, well, let's just go. Play my island. Keep him. Yeah, let's not keep him waiting. No, go here! My bitch is dead! How dare you kill my bitch! Where did my bitch go? Hey, my bitch sucks! This bitch sucks! Yeah, good job! More people to kill! Oh, doesn't really matter. Oops. Wait. Hey, $500, nice. Hey, $1,000. Money. We got some money. Nice. Who's next? You just get extra changes. It doesn't really matter. Going further. Let's go! Bro, guys, can you do stuff for me? Like, bruh. Yay, health restored. Ooh, it's hot.
Hmm?
Oh, now there's cold place. Oh man, so much. Well, so damn. Whoa, 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 we didn't kill nobody. Yo, yo, we didn't kill nobody. We don't kill people. We gotta be like that. Alright. Yeah. Get him, get him. Get him, sharks. Get him. Make it a little faster. There we go. Just like that. Yay. Finished so fast. Yeah. Over. Whoa. Damn right, I kid. You low blow, man. Aww, she's like a big sister. I know, right? That's two of them down.
Oh.
Possible. You'll know, just means this treasure stowed away. Order? Captain Beef, what's up? What's up? What the heck? Hey, you found a treasure. What's this? Oh. Oh my god, guitar. Oh my god, what the heck? A monkey? Question mark? Sorry, the dark god. Every place someone's favorite dirt and clay could tell your foes, huh? Cal tell your foes, huh?
Oh.
What the heck? Frost Heaven! Aye aye, Captain! Let's see, if I rank 220 exit correct. Oh no, one of them died. It's alright. We totally got this. Frost Heaven's now open! I want to check out Frost Heaven. Oh, this one's a lot shorter. This one's a lot shorter than the flame one. Oh, so cold. Oh, he never experienced snow before. Super cold. Aren't you too cold? Ew. Rack beef. Got nothing better to do. What are you doing here? Alright. During the second fleet. His first fleet under Captain Shinobu. I am.
Hi.
Oh.
Yeah. Aww. Oh, oh. Oh my, like somebody has a crush. I don't think she's really saying anyone. She's just more focused on like her dad's revenge. I don't think you want to ask her that. But yeah, ask her yourself, man. Come on. Yeah, don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. What up? Let me do something real quick. Oh my. Oh, you can't. Oh, Noah, don't tell me. Don't tell me you have a crush on her too. Oh. You just want a girlfriend, really? I don't know either, I know, right? Look, you can just treat her as a little big sister, okay? A big sister. Ah! We're talking about girls! We were talking about girls! That's it! We're innocent! Totally innocent! Totally innocent! Yeah, he did. Okay. Man, I can't believe it. Instead of like recruiting them, they're dead. They're all dead. That's just sad. That means we won't have strong allies. Like, oh, can't beat them. Well, they did. They did, man. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, snow, it's cold, it's freezing. It's freezing cold. Oh no. Laser them! Oh, bear meat. Oh no, but really, I have enough money now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, 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 oh. I don't want to skip them for now. I'm gonna skip them off. Doo-doo. Skipping it off for now because why is this so blue? I'm using the more points. This means I want to continue the sub story. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do 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 do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do 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 do. Going. We're still going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do I want to defeat these pirates? No. Not yet. I just want to skip to the story, get this over with. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's okay. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ben. Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm just looking down my phone. Ugh. I don't care. I don't care. I want to finish this sub story. Let's go. Let's just go. I don't have anything for everybody here. Let's go. Let's go. We're going. We're going. Get the last instrument. I want to see it. I want to see the last instrument. Let's go. Aye, aye, Captain. Let's go. Oh yeah, the last instrument. I want to see what that is. Did I have time to make the... Oh, maybe I should have built up my heat action. Oh, finally, this is the last one. Thank you. The last island will be going around. Hey, look, vibrator. You have a better vibrator than you guys. We are legends of the sea. I'm hoping that Evans will sponsor me, and that'll be great. That'll be really cool. What's next? oh. There we go. There we go. Now we can go. Deck battle, my bad. Ooh, itchy. Let's go! Attack! Wait. Yeah, I just want to look at that. Attack!
Hello, motherfucker.
Attack! Good timing. Hello, motherfucker. We're ready to attack. Oh yeah. Watch ya. Ow. Hurts. Oh man, I did forget to charge up my heat. Oh man, I want to be able to show you the new instrument I got. It's pretty cool. You're gonna love it. Hello, 7-8. How you doing? Excuse me. Ooh, no, that is very, very bad. Oh, that's very bad. That's very bad. That's very bad. Nice. Yeah. You're the only one left. Yay! It's a guitar. It's a guitar, but I need my heat go up. Yay! But I can't. Yeah, I need heat to go up. My pirate heat. Hiya! It's over. Oh my. Almost there. Almost done. Almost done. Let's go. You suck. Yeah, I'm okay. Didn't have a good day, that's all. Didn't want to break my silence too, but I don't want to like talk about it during stream. But yeah, but I'm okay. I'm calming down. Whoops. I think that's why I put my phone right in front of the camera. That's why probably my VTuber looks weird. My bad. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things did happen during the weekend, like the VTubing stuff. It's pretty bad. It's cold. Oh yeah. Well, no, I'm okay. I'll be okay. Not really a stream. I appreciate that, thank you. Ooh, money. I see money.
なんや餃子売ってるやん
I just want to make sure but there's like money. It's okay. Other than that, I just want to keep going. Just a lot to think about. Nice. Ooh. Well, anyways, how you doing? You good? Had a good day? Everyone else here have a good day? Okay. Heat action almost up. Well, it's okay. I'm a pretty small account for now. Won't be that bad. Except for the last one. Ow. Die! Die! Other than that, I didn't have a good day today. But I'm calming down. Alright! Let's show you the guitar! Giant monkey getting down, oh my god. Is that King Kong? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's keep going. Oh my god! Stop running! That Donkey Kong? I mean, oh! I thought it was King Kong, but Donkey Kong, I mean, that's a good one. Go right. From a guitar. Let's go. Wow. We got him! Hand over the stone, bitch! Oh, do-do-do. No! 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 Whoa! No! No, not my amazing crew.
Huh?
Oh, what? No way. You're alive? Oh, look at that. Damn, he's alive. Damn, what a plot twist. Final heaven. What? Why don't you join me? Damn. He did got. Oh yeah, he did. He got shot earlier, and then
Oh.
look at that. Instead of becoming our allies, they're dead. This is the first from many Yakuza. A trumpet? Oh my gosh, a giant parrot. Jesus. 50K? For a trumpet? A trombone? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, a trombone. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh my god. I never played one of those, never played one of those, what do we call them? Woodwind instruments? I mean, I had that in school, but I don't have very good lungs. I don't trust my own lungs. So that's why I never play one of those, blowing instruments.
Oh.
I'm getting Misaki back. She's a great asset in my team. Those bitches and hoes. Taking up your crew. I will get her back. Oh, I have enough to get her back. Don't listen to me. That's a saxophone. Oh! See, you got confused too. Damn. Oh, a saxophone. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Whoopsie daisy. It's okay. Oh, it's a saxophone. Pretty cool for jazz, like for jazz. I need to get her back. Okay. I'm getting this bitch back. I need her. She's great. Ah, let's go. We're gonna get her back. We're gonna get her back right away. Getting her. I do have enough flags to get her back. Get those bitches back. Get my bitch back. Get my bitch back. Oh shit, somebody's dead. Somebody's dead. Somebody's dead. Somebody's dead. Is somebody else dead? Yeah, somebody else is dead. There you go.
助かったおっといけクレイジーに行こうぜおねんねの時間ちゃうね
Oh man, she was one of the. She was in the machine guns. Okay.
全速前進
Alright, we're gonna need to replace her. Oh, I was not prepared for that. I am. Sorry.
やったるね全速前進
I'm gonna need someone else to take care of her. Somebody's dead.
Thank you.
Ugh. Die! Die, but just die! What the heck? Alright. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! That's because I didn't prepare myself! Oh no! I'm a bad captain, chat! I'm such a bad captain! Oh no! Kill them all! Kill them all!
そんなもんかいな
Oh, push. Got him. Finally. Ow. That hurts like a bitch. Okay, we did it. We're saved. For now. Whoa. Yeah, it's pretty tough, but it's the only way I can get my damn girl back. Hello, happy. Yeah, it was pretty tough. Ugh.
一休みする？船って素敵。
We're gonna. I need my crewmate back. My best crewmate back. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Woohoo. Whee. We have a long way to go. HP. Yeah. Oh, whatever, shoot it down. There we go. Second one. Oh no, we're poisoned. Bad. Yeah. Okay. One more to go. Oh no. Oh, he's dead. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, we did it. Ooh, nice. Alright. Going forward. 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 Almost there. Not touch the whirlpools. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Oh holy Jesus Christ. Back up, back up, back up. Yeah, we should go there. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going this way to save you, Misaki. Oh, Misaki. Okay. Kill their asses. Kill their asses. Oh my god. The water's like... Oh. It's two. Okay. Works. Works. Oh. Yeah. Ugh. 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 Doing good. Oh, I could totally hit them. There we go. We're done. Hello, Rika. Hope your stream went well. So sorry I couldn't join you for Marvel Rivals. I wanted to join, but I couldn't. I must said. I was like, maybe I'll stream for about. I mean, no, not stream. I'll like join in for about an hour there. Gotta go do some workies. I still gotta do some more workies after. But thank you. Thank you. It was quiet stream, but okay. I appreciate you being there at least. So thank you. Yay. But at least. Yay, the affiliate. Unlock that. Let's go get our teammate back. Our crewmate! I mean, it happens a lot of times. All you gotta do is just keep talking. Plus, it's the weekdays again. People are like probably exhausted from work, streaming, and whatever, so that happens. Get that affiliate, baby. Let's go. Let's have. Oh right, chat. Get Rika. Have Rika get affiliate and Twitch. Help her out. Get her. Give her more views. That's. I think the viewership got lowered than what happened 4 years ago. I think it did. All she has to do is like stream for 7 days. 7 days. Oh, 7 days. What's your profanity, man? Oh, it was a last minute stream. Oh, I get that. Oh, I get you. Oh, we're gonna kill your ass. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get your ass. Oh, your ass is mine. Your ass is mine. Your ass is mine. It's gonna be mine. It's gonna be my ass. My ass. My ass. My ass. Oh, my bad. My ass. My ass. My ass. Your ass is gonna be mine. Alright. Gotta go. Oh, deck man. Whoops. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Let's go. I'm just finishing up, catching up my Yakuza. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing tonight. I got 50 crews. Oh. Ow. Yo, bro. Oh. hurts like a bitch. Don't you guys know it hurts like a bitch? It hurt like bitches in those. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay. Killers. Ignore guards. Damn. Oh, that's bullshit. Listen, I'm knocked out. What the fuck? Oh, how would you take down a great DJ Jason? Okay. Anyways, it should be time for you to start learning more about scheduling. Oh, ha, ha, ha. You just gotta know your schedule. If you're able to stream during the weekend, that's actually pretty much better. And the good thing about VTubers, I mean, it's almost summer, so there's gonna be a lot more people watching VTubers. Oh, 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 yeah, oh, that hurts like a bitch. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Alright, are we gonna summon him in time? No, not really, we're just game banging him. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah! Lots of cream pies, baby. Ooh, nice. Ow, I know. Possible smart people. Well, but thank you for lurking, man. I appreciate it. And hope you have a good day at work. Ugh. Who the hell, your men are dead. Oh my god, Misaki! Where you going? Misaki! Misaki, she's back. She's okay. I needed her too, because she's better. Hang on. Play some music. Let's celebrate. Ah. Do 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 do. I'm happy she's back.
頑張ります。
Oh.
ありがとうございます。
We're different, man. Alright.
船って素敵。
Alright, let's go in the final fight. We'll be finishing off with this sub story. Then we're gonna go to the next one, which is the Minamoto girls. Minamoto. Let's make somebody's dream come true. Almost there. Okay. Let's go. We're going. Gonna kill some bitches. Bitches and hoes, let's go. Ugh.
Oh.
The last instrument. Oh wait a minute, I already got that. Let's save the best for last, right? Let's use the instrument on him. Get that precious stone back, avenge the man's death. You did. Next. Oh, thank you for lurking. Wake up. You need to go sleep, please. Go sleep. Go drink some water. Eat some snackies or whatever. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming by. Sorry for that. It's usually a little distracted in my gaming. Alright. I'm starting to feel a lot better now. Here? Oh. Where'd you find the guy with the pot? What pot? Oh, it's a robot. I got it from Hawaii. Yeah, it's from a racing game. I finished that offline. Stop standing there. Fight. Fight, fight, fight. Next. Oh, he's done. Next. Money. Money grabbers. Money. Money, money. Next. Ooh, $800. 800 bucks. I'll be nice. I'll be using that money to pay off a new mic. Ha 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 ha. That'll be pretty nice. Oh yes, next goal. Oh. Next goal for like when I move out, maybe get a new mic. If I'm making a home studio, it kind of depends on the environment, but kinda doubt it. But it's okay. Maybe I will want to get a Shure mic. It's a good streaming mic, I heard. It's very good quality mic. It's also a dynamic mic. So I don't think it would capture as much background noise. That's a big maybe. That's kind of like what I'm thinking about once I move out. What? There's nothing there! Let's go! Show yourself! Show yourself! Wow. Oh my, he got superpowers. Wow. Oh my god, he's Captain Zeus for a reason? Yeah! All just to avenge one man. Come on, let's use the pair. Let's test this out. Use that beautiful saxophone. Wow. That fun. Sending them all flying. That's actually pretty useful. Wow! Oh, she got stolen back there! Thank you. That was really strong. Yeah, that was actually pretty useful. It killed so many people. This is actually really useful for a Coliseum, really. Let's avenge a man's death! We did it! We did it! Did it! Did it! Ugh! Give us the memento! It ain't yours to begin with. We see under it looks pretty. Yeah. Hey man. Here you go. It's your treasure. Oh no! Oh. No! No! Big sister! Go to Japan together! I think the Pharaoh still might have protected her. Oh no. What? No. I mean, true facts, it got destroyed, but I am protecting her until the end. Oh. It's okay. Here you go. Oh. Yay! We did it. We did it. Hey, Goro. So cute. Ooh. Ah, new treasures. Let's go. Isn't that sweet? To make a difference for someone's life. Aww. You'll grow even more. Good job, Noah. Yeah. Aww. Oh, oh. Aww. Grow up, kid. Let's go. He's all grown up. He has first crush. Oh, you got hugged. Yay! Ooh, somebody got a first crush. You're still sailing with us. Ah. Wow. It's huge. Yay! Enough to pay off some more attacks. Nice. Alright. The real treasure. Made some friends along the way. Let's go. Oh, damn. I know it's a lot more. More stuff to do, but first I want to go to Hawaii. Yay! Are you hydrated? I took a stretch. Thank you very much. Next one. Let's go to that sub story. Well, I really am curious about that sub story. I want to see it. Oh, by the way, tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna cancel the Blue Twitch one. Just kind of thinking about what to stream tomorrow on Twitch instead. Might be more Tales or something else like a Nintendo game. Maybe, I don't know.
Want an ass whooping?
No, I don't. I don't want an ass whooping. Oh, great. Ow! It hurts. Bro, that hurts. Oh, hello. Thank you, Godo. Aloha! Oh yeah, let's just do that. Ah, money! I don't care if we have to pay more. Go and do that. Maybe more Yakuza or play more Poppy Playtime. And my other channel, I'm not sure. Definitely tomorrow. No Blue Twitch. Not sure which one to stream. There we are. Yes, let's pay. Take it. Take the money. Oh god. That's the one I pick more. I pick more the other Persona's Alley. What kind of game is it? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, that'll be great for like playing some of the new games. Whoa. Damn! Hey! Anyways, new game. There's plenty. But, I need to save up some money for this month. So, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to play a new game. Plus there's Move Out coming out, so I need to save up, so I don't think there's gonna be a new game for the next couple of months, or 3 months. Spooky with no screamers guaranteed. What's that? A spooky with no game? Is that the title of the game? It's something from my from my Steam. Maybe more Yakuza, more Tales of Symphonia, Nintendo game. Like Mario RPG, because I haven't touched that yet. But we'll see. I'll think about it. It depends if Yakuza got a little bit more interesting. Ooh, damn. Aw, oh, come on. What about her? Ooh. Okay. Sombra 10. You mean the career lady? Her. A streamer. Hey, a streamer. So like that, really? Really? A streamer, content creator. Why not? It's damn gold mine these days. I know, right? Like streamers these days. Play your cards, stranger things have happened, I suppose. I am. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, I have to go to all 5 of them. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 I have to go walk around the place. Look for a girl. Look for information about all the 5 girls. No. I don't want to do it. Move it. That's even more work. That's more time to use on the street. I have limited time. Oh. I don't like this shit. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it shit. I paid 10K for this. I need to wait till my heat is up so it's easier and faster. Oh god. Well, we gotta do it, Jim. We gotta do it. Alright, guys, we gotta go find the beautiful dolls around here. Of course, we're not gonna ask for any personal information. Oh my. She ugly. Oh, the career lady.
Hi.
Ooh, perfect for the mixer. I better get yapping. Hello, intelligent lady. Hang on. Yo, look. Yeah, I'm the leader of good old pirates. Pirates. Oh man, come on. Oh, come on. What I just heard. What do you mean what you just heard? Being suspicious? What did I say? I say something bad. We're totally not suspicious. Totally not suspicious. Did I say something suspicious? I defeated your bodyguards.
お話だけでも聞いてみませんか？
Alright, thank you. Alright. Oh, you're gonna have to clip it. Oh no. You're beautiful.
文化人か。はあ。
Yay, we got one. Who's next? Hashtag new friend. Come on over to the mixer. You'll be perfect. Woo! Yippee! Whoa! What hit me? Aloha. In the dark. Oh, cool. Money. Money. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Cool, bounty money. Bounty cash. Anyways, let's go. Find the next girl. Oh, come on, man. Can we all get along? Good kitty. There we go. Oh, the river. What you got for me? Oh, thank you. Aha, next person. Next victim. Oh, never. Hmm? Aha. Dreamer. Actress. Oh. Bye bye. Uh-oh. Hard to tell what you said. It is hard to tell. Oh, I'm safe. Oh no. Oh no, hey, she said no, bro. Uh-oh. Oh, cosplayer. Oh no. I should go all the way there. What the hell? Hey, she said no, she said no. Come on, man. Can't you just let her say no? I know, right? She fast. And heels? Damn. Must have taken a taxi. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, oiled up peeps. Ugh, again. Be a little bit safe. Aha, here she is. Uh-oh. Yeah, have her give us some alone time. Hey.
Huh?
Yeah, she doesn't like that. See, look at that. Just let her eat some food. Sorry, I'll buy you a meal. I ruined your meal. I'm sorry, girl. I'll buy you one. My treat. Ugh. Bye bye. Oh, she's gonna buy me a drink? Let's go. A lady buying you a drink? Yeah. How do we get a highball in here? That's impossible. How do we get alcohol here? Especially in the high quality alcohol. That's not right. Wow, here's respects to people who are cosplayers. Rika's a cosplayer. What do you mean kind of sus? Oh yeah, the alcohol, yeah, kind of sus. Aww. I mean, that's the arch of being famous and stuff. Sure, they pay the price. Yeah. Let's go. They paid the price. Track them down, drag them out, chase them out, and slice their nasty tapping fingers off one by one. Let's go. Yeah, you like that, girl? You like that? Go in their house and slice their fingers off. Yeah. kind of like her. Oh. Uh-oh. That does look suspicious. That's kind of suspicious.
Oh.
Should check her. Just go check on her. This is not a girls' night out. Yeah, I gotta go after her. Go after her. After her. Alright. Don't care about paying so much. I get more money from one island to another. Alright, who's next? Next victim. Hey. A streamer now? Streaming was like, I don't know.
優勝者は DJ お茶漬けさんです。おめでとうございます。
What do we have here? Ooh, tournaments. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not putting any negative stuff right here. Whoa, 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 whoa. There you go. Learn a lesson. Anyways, this is just like the Marvel Rivals tournament. Excuse me. Yeah, but anyways, if there is another Marvel Rivals VTuber only, thank you, VTuber only, Marvel Rivals tournament, Casual Cup again, that would be really great. I had a lot of fun. Look, I just want to talk to you.
なんだ、プロポーズされたのかと思ったよ。
No. But anyways, I had fun. I feel like you know, my skills are up now. So I would do another Marvel Rivals tournament thing. But hosting one is gonna be such a pain. You need a team of people who are streaming, who will be spectating, who will be commenting on each player's, each team's, you know, competition play, all that stuff. It's gonna be a lot of people, and there's gonna be a team that's gonna be caught cheating. I don't know how they do that. So that the Marvel VTuber Rivals is called. That was very good. Very well done. That's at least 15 people. That's a lot of people. Yeah! A team of 15 people is good communication. They make sure they're mods. They are spectator commenters, a lot of stuff. And there's gonna be hundreds of people, like teams, that will be competing in the cup. It's huge. Lots and lots of organizing. That's like very competitive. For me, I want to do it, but my manager said it's gonna be too competitive. So go for a little, go for super casual games like Overcook and other games, but those games are no longer trending, so I'm sad. So I would love to host those fun casual games like those. And they can win games. Why not? Win Steam games. You guys win Steam games either way. I want to do that. Oh, it was really enjoyable to watch everybody competing. Oh, it was so much fun that day. But the time zone sucks. It was 8 in the morning. Oh my god. I was so dead tired, but I still competed and had fun. That's all that matters. I had fun. It was great. What? Collab stream right away? Pirate duo, let's go!
Oh.
Streamer chick, let's go! Hello world, yeah! Ooh, yeah, a Mario, like a Mario Kart thing, or a Mario Kart tournament. That sounds like fun. Damn, your gaming PC and everything, damn. Revolt! Alright. We got another girl. Stream! We have a stream club! Who's next? Overcooked 1 or 2 because of busy getting 3 stars on 150cc on Mario Kart? Let's see, what about you, man? Ooh, sounds good. I totally get you. Mario Kart is so hard. Oh. But definitely, that sounds like fun. Playing Mario Kart tournament with community. But how will we find out if you're cheating? That's a good question. That'll be a good question. I think Overcook is like a lot safer. But that'd be awesome if you'd like to participate in the Overcook thing. That'd be great. I would love to get started with like some friends. Like 100% friends goes first. Because that's a good way to get started, for sure. Ooh.
Hey there.
Hello, sir. I would like to get something to eat. I'm starving. Ooh, chicken.
いただきます。
Thanks.
Ah, yum yum.
Let's sit around. This place is so big. We might need to stay let's sit around.
The other girl is right here. Hi. But you would have to be competing with me and Seth only. I mean, Seth agreed to this. But that's a while back. I'm not sure if he's back because he got a lot of work to do.
せーのふにゃぱ
What the heck? Let's see, she's a celebrity. Target acquired. Oh. Sure, I'll buy it. Hurrah! Next. Yay! Hello, ma'am.
愛です
What? That's it? That's it? Only what? 30-second chat?
ちょ待て。
I got I know, right? You got a chat. What the fuck? I have to waste $60 onto a like a 5-second chat.
こんにちは愛です
Okay, hi, okay. Say that again. Time's up. It's the point. Okay, no more small talk. wait.
おい。
Fuck me over again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like 10 more, plenty of time. What the fuck? Do I have to keep buying? What the? Bro, I don't have to keep buying those photo books for nothing! Okay.
こんにちは愛です
Oh, you remember me. I'm a fire red. Yeah, I'm a fire red. Great, now, here, I'm gonna have one. Sure, this is really short. I know, right?
ふにゃぱ
Oh. Nyappa.
かわいい
Wait, what about the party? Time's up. What? No! Thanks a lot. Third time.
ちょ待て。
We're Scorpio yet again! Oh my god. No! Oh my god. I spent how much? $360 for useless photo books? Photo books? What the hell, Majima? Why are you getting so carried away? Jesus. Alright, rules are rules. We buy them. I know, right? That was so short for a talent meetup. Yeah, I've had 12 of them. Just 12, talk to her. Yeah, if you want one, go ahead. Take one. I have to spend so much money for just for something I don't need. Will I be able to get my money back? Hey, at least Majima was fair. Oh, whoops, that was the wrong person. I mean, if I were to do a talent meetup, I would just let my talent, I'm not talents, I would just let my fans talk to me first before considering buying a merch. That'd be nice. For as long as they want. Whoa. Can I have my money back?
デートってことですか？
Oh,
They just said, oh boy, a date! Ooh, alright. That's a fan service. Let's go! Come on, let's go. Have fun.
楽しみ。
Tamushi! Yay! Let's go! She was so like this! Yay! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, look at that. You caught her. She's riding on your ship. She's that serious? Let's go.
真島さんのお気に入りの場所がいいな。
Yay, yay! Snowboard! Woohoo! Yay! Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Rich Island. Aw, that sounds nice. Aw, that sounds nice.
oh,
Aw, that sounds so nice. Just go to Rich Island. Take it to a small island. Madeline, no, no, don't take the lady there. No, 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 no. That's not safe. That is pretty nice. Ooh. No, 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 that's a red flag. That's a red flag island to her. Aww. Traveling's nice. Uh-oh. Pirates.
huh?
Uh-oh.
私も戦いますよ。
What? Whoa, whoa,
行き
whoa.
ますよ、真島さん。
No way. You fight too? No way. Oh my gosh, she's holding holding a sniper rifle. Look at that shit. Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where'd you get that sniper rifle? Damn. She's full of surprises. Damn. Okay, okay. I like her. I like her. I like her to be my crewmate. Damn, there's a lot of girls I really like so far. Maybe she's maybe a pirate after all. I know, right? Damn. Oh no. Okay, yeah. That's you know. Ooh, contact info.
Oh,
First date success.
行きますよ。ふにゃぱー。
Gloves on. Ah. Wow, to grant them experience. Well, I had plenty of them, so I just give it to my crewmates. Plenty, right? Just say to mine, when I told girls on another level, Matsuru will love her photo book. 4 girls left, let's keep going. Let's go. Wait, did you actually forget to ask her about the party? Oh, hey, Goro. I like Goro too. Goro should be a cute Minamoto girl. Alright. And anyways, 4 more girls to go. 1 girl down. They are most of them gonna be epic crew members. That would sound pretty cool. I don't know how Majima can wear gloves in this place. That's so odd. He's an odd guy. Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble. What? No, no, I don't care. Oh, it's a chicken. It's like, is that a person? Are you hungry, Hito? Here. Yep. Photo. Nice. Oh, come on. I just want to take a photo or something. Too much to ask. I just want to take photos. Nice. Oh. Oh, wait. I skipped it. What? Oh, somebody's getting... Oh no, it's my friend. Take them all down. Next. Who else wants some? Ooh, silver plate. There you go, we're best friends now. You stay out of trouble, okay? What are you doing? What's the career girl entrepreneur doing? Why is she looking at those so intensely? Wait, what?
いいわ
Huh? Chad, am I saying this right? Huh? Don't. Wait. I need to tab out for a bit. This is. Oh, wait, I was throwing buttons, my bad. Huh? Whoa. What do we have here? Looks like the career girl has this little secret. A dirty secret. Oh my. Hi, girl.
すてき
Hi. Do you want these? The second one's logistic. I mean, I don't know. Awkward. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, if you want to buy some of those stuff, then... Gulp. I'm nasty. Whoa. Dirty girl. Hey, yo, let's go.
エロいんです
Okay.
いやいやいやいや
What are you like, I know, right? Exactly. Are you sadistic or masochism? Or masochist, my bad. Into those stuff. Whoa, let's go. Uh-huh. Oh my. Especially when you're an entrepreneur, businesswoman, damn. Awkward. Come on, it's not that bad. That's nothing to be ashamed. That's kind of interesting. You're just like us pirates, eh, yo? Let's go. I mean, for me, I can't get into those BDSM stuff. I can't. I like to play as Fendom. I like to play as like characters Fendom and stuff. I can't get into that in real life. I could say I like voice acting. Ho ho ho.
エロ
Yeah. No. Oh no. Vanilla stuff, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, you can say I like vanilla stuff. It's okay. I like fictional stuff.
払うわけないでしょ
Yeah, embrace it. She's gonna embrace it. Yeah! Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Let's go. Oh, she's a fighter. Okay, okay. I like her too. I like her. Oh, oh, look at that. A mace. Let's go. She's a Fendom, everybody. She's a Dominatrix. There we go. I want Dominatrix. Let's go. Sex to bring pain. Okay, okay. There's a lot of people I like. I just meet a month of girls. I like her too. Oh no. No, she's so impressive.
はい
Added to the crew, I mean, maybe. That'd be nice. Horny authentic self. Alright, make sure consent matters. Hey, we got our contact info. Party! Selfie!
Oh,
That's a dummy tricks. Let's go. Yay. Hee 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 hee. That's the second one down. 3 more to go. Okay, this sub story is interesting. Oh, look at her. She's so happy. Finally, I'm gonna.
you. Hey, are you?
No. She's happier now. Whoa, 32K. A lot of money. Aloha. Aloha. What else do we have here? Oh, I really want to see Anna. Oh, hey, Goro. Thank you, Goro. You'll always be my favorite little tiger. Oh, come on, let's go see her. I want to go see her. I want to go see her. It's a trap, girl. It's a trap. Hello, aloha. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's a trap, girl. It's a trap. Aloha. It's a trap. You know it's a trap. You look so tough. Oh, damn. Damn. He is tough. He doesn't look so tough. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
You.
Aloha. Oh, let's go. Come on, let's save her. Oh, there, she's still there. Ooh. Oh my god, I'm busy. Busy, move it. Leave me alone. We're gonna save a girl here. Let's go. Aloha. Oh, fancy restaurant.
Huh? Eh?
Oh no, see, it's a trap. Let's go! Wait. And they're just standing there. 16k. Let's deal with you guys later. Why can't I go in? Other door? Bro. Bruh. Do I have to get rid of them first? Oh, never mind. I have to talk to him.
ちゃうわ
It's against her cosplayer. Well, not one of those afraid you can't allow you inside. Well, just force your way in. Oh. Oh no. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Things I do for love. Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, she got a good mouth. Good job.
私は絶対あんたなんかにこびないコスプレイヤーなめんなよ
Damn, good mouth. Oh! Wow! Are you, hi? Yeah! Let's get him! Liars! Scumbag! Who else wants some? Who else wants some? Uh-oh. Oops. Nice.
リスク管理はしっかりしないとね
IRL current events, I know, right? Record the entire conversation. You're a smart girl. Let's go. Now you protect yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, take a break. Yay, contact info. Let's go. Good memory.
可愛すぎてごめん
Goofy. My new friend. Hashtag my new friend. I think I won't cosplay. It's taking the big pride in her work. There's something about me now. Not two girls. 2 girls left. Let's go. Aloha. Aloha, aloha. Aloha. Aloha, sir. Aloha. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro. Oh, got another girl. That was very close. Let's do one more, then we'll call it a night. And we'll pick it up tomorrow. Pick up the last girl tomorrow and stuff. Alright, what do we have here? 6'4" pro wrestler. England living as Petty Dag. Alright. They want to give you money. Petty Dugs. It did. It's a weird position. Yay, money! I want money! I get the money! There we go. Aloha. Right, last girl for the night, kind of. Cool. Emotional model, okay. Aha!
お声掛けいただけて光栄ですわ。
Come back later. Bristol Aloha Resort Restaurant. Do 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 do. What are you doing? Hey, look, a good excuse. You asking me? Oh no, she's talking to me! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh. Kart track? Hey, let's go. Oh, she's a racer. Let's go. Yeah, dragon cards. Let's take her there. There you are.
私、聖子と申します。日本でレースクイーンをやっているんです。
Oh, racing events. Let's go. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a champion there. I'm epic.
はい。
Hello, Ronnie. Somebody's interested in the racing. Dude, he's like that. Oh my god.
Oh,
A race with her. Oh my god. She wants to race. Let's go. That's exciting, baby. But unfortunately, that's gonna save for tomorrow. Yeah, let's stream this game tomorrow. Woohoo! Alright, everybody. That was a nice chill stream. Been sleeping. Okay, there's not much people to rate tonight, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just drop it out. Hopefully you all enjoyed that video earlier. It was so much fun. It was fun to edit. Nice to do a little bit something new. Pretty much, yeah. I'll be okay. Yeah, fine. I'm just looking. See, just looking over, but definitely tomorrow it's gonna be more, yeah, just looking at stuff right now. Oh my god, I'm just looking at Jen's thing. It's like, oh my god, she had a lot of comments and stuff. Like Jen's recent work. I know the character's not great, but the animation, you gotta look at the art and animation. It's amazing. I really want to commission for that and have it as a starting soon screen again. I want that. I really want that. But how much would it be? I think it'd be 500. Amount of work is put in. It's beautiful, but it was like, that's a lot of money. But yeah, that's like kind of down right now. I still got a lot of stuff to pay off too. Anyways, guys, alright, let's just leave it there and we'll continue on tomorrow night. And yeah, I'll be okay. I'm in a better mood now. I'm feeling a lot better. But yeah, there's a lot more work to do. But look forward to tomorrow's stream. It'll be a nice, another chill stream, alright? Alright guys, thank you so much for the stream again. I will see you all tomorrow. Good night. Good night.